Thank you, Chairman Thune, Ranking Member Schatz, committee members. It's an honor for me to be here to visit with you all about a topic that I and my fellow utility commissioners across the country deal with on a regular basis. Why do we have Lifeline? A 2015 FCC Lifeline order put it very well, and I quote, "The purpose of the Lifeline program is to provide a hand up, not a handout, to those low-income consumers who truly need assistance connecting to and remaining connected to telecommunications and information services." So what are the priorities of state utility commissioners? First, states must remain involved in the eligible telecommunications carrier or ETC designation process. Telecom carriers must receive an ETC designation before receiving Lifeline disbursements. Federal law mandates that states determine ETC designations. State involvement allows those of us with the hands and the eyes on the ground to make those determinations and have that oversight. Last year, the FCC sought to remove states from a part of that designation process, which only would have removed critical oversight of the program. Fortunately, Chairman Pai reversed that ill-conceived attempt to jettison state oversight. Simply put, states must remain involved in Lifeline oversight. Secondly, all involved must remain relentless at rooting out the waste, fraud, and abuse that we've heard about in this program. Every fraudulent Lifeline subscription is literally a theft from the consumers who pay into the Universal Service Fund. It takes dollars away from legitimate Lifeline subscribers and dollars away that could be used for other universal service programs like high-cost support, E-rate, and rural health. History has shown us that when strong action has been taken with the Lifeline programs, improvements can be dramatic. And I referenced the FCC's 2012 reform order that required recertification of Lifeline participants. In that one requirement, that dropped annual outlay from the program from $2.2 billion to $1.5 billion. Chairman Pai estimated that fully $1.3 billion was wasted through that time period by the fraud and abuse taking place. And to put that into context, those dollars could have incentivized the build-out of over 100,000 broadband connections to people in this country that today have no access to the internet whatsoever. Third, we need to make sure that the federal program can work synergistically with the 23 states that have their own Lifeline programs. The GAO report raises some important issues, and I'll highlight four briefly. First, we need to determine the effectiveness of this program. Asking simple questions like how many of these folks would sign up for telecom services anyway? To what extent does this program lead to job attainment and upward mobility? And how important is this program to access 911 services? Secondly, the report made clear that the national verifier system is essential to truly eliminate fraud and abuse. I've reviewed the USAC National Verifier Plan, and it appears to me to be a good plan. However, developing a system that will literally ping hundreds of different state databases will be extremely complex. It's imperative that the FCC and USAC continue to push hard to complete that task. Third, the report showed the need for increased audits of Lifeline providers. I commend Chairman Pai for his recent letter asking for some very specific cross-checks in the system. And fourth, there was a notation in the report about questions and confusion by some telecom providers regarding Universal Service Fund contribution requirements. The question of contribution methodology was referred by the FCC to the Universal Service Joint Board several years ago. I am a member of that board, and I can tell you that we had been making good progress working with Commissioner Rosenworcel towards a solution. Today, we've transitioned to a new leader, Commissioner Mike O'Reilly, and I look forward to working with him to quickly provide a recommendation to the FCC that hopefully will eliminate many of those questions that are being asked today. In closing, all of this can best be done with cooperative federalism. And that means the FCC and USAC working with states, as the Telecommunication Act provides, to accomplish these objectives. I look forward to your questions today, and thank you.